What's going on, everybody? It's Jeremy coming to you with another video, and today we are talking more about this Netflix Dave Chappelle situation because it is getting absolutely crazy, and I am loving every second of it because this is the world of identity politics. Once you go down the social justice rabbit hole, it's an endless loop of nonsense, as I have said over and over and over again. Now, this is the true equality that you've been asking for. Even though when social justice weirdos ask for equality, what they're really looking for is special treatment. That's what they're really looking for. Anyone that's asking for equality over and over again, they're not looking for equality. They're looking for special treatment. But now you're getting real equality. You are being held accountable for the words that come out of your mouth. And that is so incredibly hilarious to me, given the circumstances we're dealing with and given some of the people that we're dealing with. Now, with this particular situation, you know, on the surface, I don't really advocate for anyone just getting suspended over opinions. I don't think that's right at all. And I've said that many, many times. 95% of everything I criticize is more about the hypocrisy and less about the things that were said. So like Brie Larson, something that people constantly bring up about me. Well, Brie Larson triggered him. Not really. Not really. Not even at all. And I've said many times, if Brie Larson can say what she said, then everyone else should be able to say whatever they want, and we can live in an equal world. So I don't really have a problem with what Brie Larson said. I have a problem that if you took the words that she said and replaced white with any other race, she would be canceled. But she was able to say what she said about white people because it's socially acceptable in the world of Hollywood. It's not about what she said. It's the hypocrisy and the fact that she can get away with saying it about white dudes. That was my problem. So if she can say it, then everyone should be able to have whatever opinions they want. Either everyone can say whatever they want or no one can say whatever they want. I just want to live on a even playing field. That's it. Now, in terms of this right here, let's get further into it. Now, Dave Chappelle has his special, The Closer, and that's coming off of the very, very successful Sticks and Stones. And a lot of people were upset about Sticks and Stones. Now you have The Closer. And Dave Chappelle went in. Now, again, as I said, I like Sticks and Stones a lot more than The Closer, but The Closer still was funny and it was good and he had some good points. And I love Dave Chappelle. I respect Dave Chappelle. And so I enjoyed it, but he went in on, identity politics and the trans community and some other things. And that was not well received by certain people at Netflix. Shocking, I know, considering Netflix has bent the knee to these weirdos constantly. And now you have, I think it's updated now. So it says Netflix suspends 3 employees who criticized Dave Chappelle's transphobic stand-up special. The company that values so-called racial transparency is now working overtime to squash dissent. So again, now you're seeing Netflix getting eaten alive by the social justice nonsense as well. In the wake of intense blowback from the LGBTQ plus community and its allies over transphobic material in comedian Dave Chappelle's new Netflix special, the platform has suspended 3 of its own employees for crashing an executive-level meeting addressing concerns about the special. According to Variety, the meeting was convened during the QBR Netflix 2-day-long quarterly business review and featured Netflix co-CEO Ted Sarandos briefing the company's top 500 employees on how they should respond to employees and talent expressing concerns over Chappelle's remarks. Chappelle is one of the most popular stand-up comedians today, and we have a long-standing deal with him. He wrote in the memo to Netflix staffers obtained by Variety. His last special, Sticks and Stones, also controversial, is our most watched, stickiest, and most award-winning stand-up special to date. As with our other, so blah, 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 just giving things. In the latest Netflix special, The Closer, Chappelle rails against cancel culture. Of course, we all know that. One of the 3 suspended employees, Tara Field, is a senior software engineer who identifies as queer and trans, who had posted a lengthy Twitter thread criticizing Netflix. Right here it is. promoting turf ideology, which is what we did by giving it a platform yesterday, directly harms trans people and is not some neutral act, Field wrote in the now viral tweets. This is not an argument with two sides. It is an argument with trans people who want to be alive and people who don't want us to be. I work for Netflix. Yesterday, we launched another Chappelle special where he attacks the trans community and the very validity of transness, all while trying to pit us against other marginalized groups. You're going to hear a lot of talk about offense. We are not offended. You literally are offended. You literally are offended. And everyone with a working brain and the slightest bit of common sense understands that you are offended. Although it was initially reported that Field critique of Netflix had played a role in her suspension, the streamer vehemently rejected that characterization on Monday. It is absolutely untrue to say that we have suspended any employees for tweeting about this show, a Netflix spokesperson told Variety. Our employees are encouraged to disagree openly, and we support their right to do so. Netflix did not immediately respond to additional requests for comment. In his internal memo, Sarandos went on to clarify the platform's internal logic of offensive material, acknowledging that while the closer had the potential to offend some viewers, the freedom to push boundaries is part of comedy's art form. So again, if they were now again, we're gonna go on what we're hearing, that they crashed a, where is it at right here? Okay, so the platform has suspended 3 of its own employees for crashing an executive-level meeting addressing concerns about the special. I don't know exactly what that means in terms of crashing, and I would need details on that. But if they crashed a meeting, then that's a problem. Giving opinions, not a problem. I don't think that these employees should be suspended for giving opinions on social media at all. That's always been my stance on it. Giving your opinion, totally fine. What I like to see is I like to see them being eaten alive by their own rules. So whenever I celebrate someone getting fired or getting suspended that is always going after others, that's what I like to see. I enjoy seeing you getting eaten alive by your social justice logic. But in a perfect world, in my perfect world, which will never exist because perfection does not exist, but in a perfect world, or in a world where at least everything is level and an even playing field, yeah, people can have whatever opinions they want. I don't care. That's how I run Geeks and Gamers. I don't care what people have. I don't care what opinions people have. It doesn't matter to me. It doesn't bother me at all, because we all have to have strong opinions, and we all should be able to voice those opinions regardless of what they are. But the hypocrisy in social media, the hypocrisy in the mainstream media, the hypocrisy in Hollywood is out of control. You're seeing it right now with John Gruden and what happened. John Gruden, for emails, private emails, is being forced to resign. Yet they're bringing in rappers that say equally, if not worse, stuff about people and have done worse stuff. But because John Gruden is a straight white male, he has to be targeted. And that's exactly what the NFL did. No, I have no problem with what the rapper said. I used to love old school Eminem. I used to love Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg back in the day, Warren G, Tupac, Too Short, Rakim. I listen to all that. I don't care. I'm not offended over words. That doesn't bother me. It never has. I'm offended over the hypocrisy in what we're dealing with. If Mark Hamill wants to consistently trash Donald Trump, that's okay, as long as a conservative in Hollywood can consistently trash Joe Biden. But we know that that can't happen. If you are a conservative in Hollywood, you cannot get away with trashing the Democrats or Joe Biden. You can't do it. So my problem isn't that Mark Hamill in isolation criticizes Trump. My problem is that if he can get away with it, why can't everyone else? That's always been my stance. So we're going to continue to see how this all plays out. But I love seeing Netflix finding themselves in this position because you have pandered to this nonsense. You have helped push this nonsense. You give a platform to someone who makes a show called Dear White People. You know that they can't do that with any other race or gender. No, not at all. But it's okay to go after the whites. And I love seeing them getting eaten alive by their own nonsense. You guys let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I appreciate all of you. A lot of new content coming your way here on this channel, Geeks and Gamers, the Twitch channel, the website. Everything's rocking and rolling, and I appreciate all of your support. Have a great day, and we will talk to you later.